Welcome back, guys. We're moving on into the grand finals now. It's Athletix Esport versus White Demons. I'm Digital Bacon. Joining me in the commentary booth is Face, of course, and my dude. This has been an incredible day for Athletix Esports. Not only just like breaking the mold and getting to the level which they, have been grinding for, dreaming of for months and months now. Like, just to say, go on Wikipedia, guys, right now. And whenever you look at their past results, you'll notice it's a lot of like fifths to eighths, a lot of like 13th to 16th sort of spots. This to them is their best results so far, bar I do believe the Gamer Assembly qualifiers that were held last month. And I don't know, is that actually gone on yet? No, that's going to be happening in a couple of days now. But just incredible stuff from these guys, and nonetheless, I'm actually just trying to have a little look. They came runners up there, so they didn't make it to the actual finals, but they did, do considerably well coming runners up. But it's just still that sort of spot of so far, this is their best result, and it's now just a gloves off, how far can we go moment,
hmm And well, I would still say that they've gotten far enough to be proud of themselves. They
Oh,
for sure are or second or first. And the team that they have to play right now is White Demons. As you can see on the screen, chat thinks they can do it. 64% of you guys think they can do it. And I do think that there's a chance they can do it. But they almost need to reverse sweep White Demons. And it's still White Demons who had a breakout performance on RLCS. And they maybe can take it once. But because we're in the grand final, if Athletix takes the first series, we have a bracket reset. Can they
mm-hmm.
take it twice? Is then the question.
It is going to be super hard, and maybe that's just it. White Demons might not have. I'm even going to say might have not warmed up into this right now because they faced off against Athletics and we took over and we picked up at losers semi-final. So they've sort of been cooling off the last 2 hours. So hopefully they kept themselves nimble. Otherwise, Athletics, by all accounts, should be coming into this and are expected to take the first game. After that, it evens out, just because Athletics have won. But
Yep.
Athletics, like you said, have to do the full bracket reverse sweep. So, guys, now down below Twitch chat, click the channel points, unlock the hype emote because it's grand finals time. Go spam that hype emote because it is going to be hype in here. I want to see those rival hypes. Come on out. Let's do this. Grand finals time. It's Athletix in the blue, White Demons in the orange. It is RLCS versus the community, and Athletix right here wanting to big up not only the French scene but also the Swiss scene. I've seen so many Swiss players, so many Swiss sort of national pros bigging up their boy Mino, the captain of Athletix. And is that hype going to be enough to send them on through and be champions? We'll find out. A minute already, and Athletix putting on some great pressure here, Face.
Well, Bacon, what I think is going to happen in this series, it's going to be a battle of speed because White Demons aren't a slow team. It's Dorito and CRR. These Spanish guys love some bim bam, love to go, love to put on the pace, and Tigre is there to back these two up. And throughout the day, Athletic has shown the same. When they play against their opponent, they do it with speed and sometimes little small touches to make a difference. Individual skill will be the difference maker in this series. And it is Alexin from Athletics to break up this series and to take the first goal.
You can't help but support Athletix in this moment. The underdogs coming on through. This is their dream becoming a reality. White Demons are a fantastic side. This is no hate towards White Demons at all, but by all accounts, on paper, they should be coming through with a 3-0 sweep here, White Demons. And of course, Athletix, having that pop-off day, are going to make it as difficult as possible, aren't they?
They for sure are here again!
No.
Alexin, they're not giving any breathing room to White Demons, and they shouldn't. Mino getting it past everyone, and Dorito pushed up a little bit too far. Immediate follow-up. Dorito and CR can take it either. 2-0 lead for Athletix. Something I don't expect, but again, I do think that White Demons just need some time. Give them some time, and they will for sure show up.
And we did say, they've been cold for 2 hours. For me, full credit to Athletix, and I do think Athletix is going to be taking game one. After that, that's when you're going to see White Demons finally back into the mix of things. So Athletix just making good on the scenario right now. However, wow, CRR nearly being able to just string that together. A probing shot coming through from Tigre. Dorito coming up for that, I'm not a big fan of. CRR was in the corner and Dorito had to really use a lot of boost and overstep his mark to really put threat on. And here you can see they've run out of boost. They've just got to look to hold that midfield line and hope for something. But Athletix looking strong on that back line.
See, the thing about Dorito is what a save by Alexis. Can he also save this one? It doesn't even be on target. The thing about Dorito is he does a lot of unorthodox stuff. He's like J-Waits, but then on steroids. It's like 10 times better. What he can pull off is insane. Here again, he's on the ceiling just going down. Like, he is confident in his own abilities and will make those crazy goals that you're like, why are you even there? Or like, oh, you're scoring. Okay, that's right.
Well, yeah, those unorthodox playstyles is what brought players like Flakes, Tots into the fold, right? Where you just cannot count them out. And whilst they can break the rotations of teams, as long as the communication is good on the team, the other two players can then just sort of fit into slots and cover for him. Whereas your opponent don't have those communications coming on through, so they're not expecting that, half rotate, the cut-ins and such, which players like Dorito do pull out. CRR here has got Dorito behind him, who has read the scenario so well, but Tigre needs to receive this ball, and he wasn't quite sure of what was coming on through. MX has pulled off a beautiful attack, but CRR, brilliant save there to be able to enable this. Notice how he is able to pop the ball up here on the defense from CRR. That's everything to get to Tigre.
And then Dorito's already upfield. He's like, oh, okay, we got a chance here. Let me demo someone and be ready for the pass. And this is the White Demons that I know. The White Demon that's fast, that's ruthless, that's going, and are in total faith of their own mechanical capabilities.
I guess a little peek behind the curtains, you being the coach of Wild. Do the Wild Boys scrim White Demons often or not? Like,
lately it's been a little bit hard to plan with them, but we do have one set up next week. And when we played them last time, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, they are fast and they're going for a lot of things, but they sometimes have a hard time putting down the tempo. Like, if you slow it down against them, they might get stuck in like certain rotations, but that's about it. But I don't think Athletix have the capabilities to slow it down and control the pace at the same time, but they sure can keep up with them right now.
That is the important factor. You even see it in RLCS teams that, whilst you account for all teams being able to play fast, some do just play a fraction faster than others. White Demons are quick on the ball. Dorito, the bounce out, not good. Mino being able to cut in on that, and Alexit was nearly there to punish. MX beaten by Dorito, and Dorito now being the difference maker for White Demons, not able to finish that off, but he does get the ball deep downfield for Tigre. Mino being able to push that away. CRR with a Lumen hit, the pass out to center, but Tigre not up. However, White Demons are all in the pressure seat, but time runs out at Athletix. Oh boy here, Face. They're taking game one, and they take advantage in this series. It's a best of 5, guys, at home, but it is a bracket reset best of 5. So Athletix have to take a total of 6 games to win the finals.
If we look a little bit at White Demons and why I think they're not up to par yet, is what is so strong about White Demons is they're so quick on each other's follow-up. They're so quick to be the next man. And it felt here that the touches they were getting were not that easy to follow for their teammates. And if they can't make that work, it could be Athletix running away with it. Well, especially Alexit by those 2 quick goals that he scored. It's going to be hard for them to continue that road. But if you look at the game pace, Athletix is still keeping up. But it will be White Demons probably pushing that pace further and further the longer the series goes on.
Well, indeed. And you can see from that first game anyway, Alexit has been that probing first striker, right? We've seen MX turn more into the third man, going deep back, and Mino just looking to connect the two. So, wow. Sorry, that was up so quick. Tigre here, straight off CRR as well. They full send all 3 players into this attack. No wonder Athletix only has 1 player back, because White Demons were able to just pick up on what was happening, predict it so damn well.
And that was pure pace. Also placement from CR. He placed the ball not that far forward, so that meant that Tigre would have an easier time getting there. While, of course, the player on the side of Athletix still had to be a little bit farther back and defense to make sure that it wasn't the shot, because you never know. And then Tigre just beats him on pure pace and shoots it in.
Dangerous right now, come through from Dorito. He's not able to get the block. Alexit in the corner, picks up the 100, prioritizes it. Mino with a punch out, but CRR to block it off. MX wants to follow this on the wall, does get 1 touch, but Dorito holds the line in midfield. Mino beaten by Dorito. And Alexit being able to get the clearance. MX chasing on, and no one's home. Athletics equalize it up. 4 minutes 13 left still in this game.
What a play by Athletix. When you know that you're going to be so late on your rotation, because MX was not going to be in time for that rotation to block it, he just removes the player that was going to be on time and then gets the ball himself. It's a little bit of a risky play to do that, because you put yourself out of the defensive rotation. But if you believe that the current play at hand is easily defendable by your teammates and you trust in them, you'll just go for the demo. But CR is like, yeah, you can do that. You can try to be smart. We still have our individual skill, but what a goal.
And I think this is the crazy part. Athletics, to me, all their goals are going to come from great team plays to punish White Demons when they can. You know, they've got to force those issues. Whereas White Demons, the simplest slip up, any one of those 3 players can turn an opportunity into a goal.
Oh, those 2 saves were great. White Demons is getting more into the series there, getting used to the pace of Athletix. They know where to be, they know when they touch the ball, and those 2 saves, if one of them was in, they were back into this series, but that must be heartbreaking.
And then there's also the aspect of, when I look at White Demons, they've just been playing at the competitive level of Rocket League for so much longer. So those hundreds, if not thousands of hours really do add up to decision making, don't they, Face?
They certainly do. You have to decide, where do I put the ball? Do I touch it hard? Do I touch it slow? There's so much going on that it's so hard to decide what you should be doing. And on the side of White Demons, they've been in such an uplift recently that it feels doesn't really matter what they're doing, they will make it work.
CRR blocked out by MX. Alexit throwing it back. Tigre was not expecting it to be there, so it's a great move. Mino being able to cut in. MX is up high. Dorito being able to cut him out, though. Brilliant interception. The pass back as well. But Tigre didn't know CRR was coming in behind. They both double committed onto that and got nothing out of it. Alexit now looking to run it down the lines. It will be into CRR, but Alexit's in a great position. MX as well to barrel on through. Up high in front of the net, Alexit to drop it on down, and he beats the defense of White Demons. That is an equalized game perfectly on the halfway mark.
What a good shot by Alexit, recognizing that bottom right corner is open for the picking. Dorito was there on the backboard, a little bit awkward, he touches it out, but unable to follow it himself. But also, White Demons are strong when they can follow up their touches. Nobody followed up that touch, so it was a free shot, but it was a high-quality shot by Alexit. He is here to win. He is here to carry that offensive half. And oh, what a save by CR. That should have been 3-2.
Mino there took a risk. What the hell is that? MX. Dirty play.
I think everybody expected here a touch from Alexit or CRR. So Tigre already moved up a little bit to get that touch after someone hit it. And when nobody hits it, he's out of position. And there's the 3-2 that they deserve.
When you think of like French-Swiss or Swiss-French, whichever way you want to put it out, teams, you think of Edelweiss, you think of Svet Geneva, you think of Lausanne on the community scene. Athletics coming on through are starting to prove the point that that nation is really trying to build itself up into an esports powerhouse, akin to what you see from, you know, Spain, Germany, the UK, Netherlands as well. Belgium a little bit, because Belgium and Netherlands sort of work side by side, don't they, Face? But now you've got Switzerland trying to not latch on to France, but use that wealth of knowledge, and you can see it is working. Mino, the Swiss man himself, coming through and proving the point. What a passing play.
If there is one scene you want to latch yourself onto, even though you don't want to use that word, it is France. They are one of the best represented regions in the RLCS with a very, very strong grassroots scene.
Well, just the whole of esports. France is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, they've been growing so much. They're like coming up towards, like, the Nordics have been coming up a lot as well. But the French have also made a dive here. Here again, White Demons do get their third one. And to talk a little bit about their scene, the White Demons are, most of them are from the Spanish scene, which also has been growing incredibly in size in the esports department.
And we were talking just, in the break their face about White Demons, and it's just that feeling of it's only a matter of time before they get picked up by an Orc. However, already with an Orc here, Athletix really looking to bolster and build this side. It's only a kickoff goal, but you've got to take these. Athletix taking everything they can and looking to close in on a 2-game lead.
That was a little bit of an unfortunate touch by Dorito. He probably is not happy by that, but the 5-3 score, and what are we playing? Twos over here? It's just the goal of Palouse, where both the teams are only having one thing in their head, and that's offense, 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 offense. And from White Demons, I expected that. Throughout the day, Athletix has shown that they can play a little bit defensively, but they're way more comfortable on offense than on defense.
Well, yeah, you'd think at the same time, White Demons at this level, they are top seed, and going through, you would think they would just straight up 3-0 every single other team in the competition, that they don't need defense. They're that quick. But Athletix on par today, if not, currently from game 1 and game 2, better. Admittedly, they did go in through the lower bracket. So like we said, a little bit more warmed up. But they have really learned from that loss against the White Demons and putting everything into play. You're right. Using great pace, using lots of width in their passing plays as well has been the difference maker for me.
It for sure has, and we're kind of looking into a mirror right here. Well, mirror, maybe that's not the right word to use, but in the upper bracket, it was White Demons who were 2-0 up, and Alexid almost came back to make the reverse sweep happen, but it was White Demons who take game 5. Maybe we'll see the other way around right now. But it's interesting to me that Athletix come out so hot. I thought that game 2, when we saw that starting, that speed from Tiger on that first goal of White Demons score was like, okay, White Demons are here. The speed is here. The connections are here. But throughout the game, they slowly deteriorated.
And I'm just looking now over Athletix' recent results, because of course we all know White Demons' recent results. Athletix, the last big scale thing would have been the grid qualifiers, for spring. They dropped to Unthinkables. Who are Unthinkables
I think
now?
That's Fenzi? Not sure.
Maybe? Rob Kieran, Shots, and BJB.
Yeah.
So, and Shallow as well as the sub. But that was in the lower bracket round, I'm just looking, 3. So fairly respectful. That's like 16th place. That's pretty good. So they've been making the grind. I think it's just, where we don't see these qualifiers as much. Because like we said, with RLCS being what it is, like it's just all RLCS at the moment. And the qualifiers we don't get to see in broadcast. We just have not seen the rise of this Athletix squad. So they're putting the work in. They're doing the grind. But it's just unfortunate that it's always off broadcast. It's always off stream. But now, FaZe, they've got that opportunity to show their worth on stream. And, well, 600 people at home are tuning in, and I bet you 600 people are well and truly impressed.
I want to see us going towards the brackets we said. I want to see Athletix closing this game out, go to the second best of 5, and see if they can make it happen. For them, this is a big tournament. This is, like you said, one of their best results up to date. And being able to close it out against a team like White Demons will only propel them forward.
So again, just to take the Athletix run in the open qualifiers, able to knock out teams such as, and I'm trying to bring it up right now, trying to just I'm having a poopy brain. Euronics drop into Illusion, able to take out bottom left. Who's on bottom left? Such a weird name. I've never heard of it.
Open?
Rizzle, Kefi, and Noah? Those are some very stacked names as well. So definitely right now, Athletix forming into community champions. Who knows? Maybe a month from now, they'll have the same prestige as, Game Fist and such.
Well, a month from now, it's going to be breaks, but maybe they'll get it the far. I think they have their eyes on the regional qualifier, who is going to be coming up next week, but they have to wait for that. This is just a very good tournament for them to test themselves, see what they got, and then in the regional qualifier trying to prove that they can get far, because that's where people do have their eyes on. I don't know about you, Bacon, but normally I do take a look at the brackets and be like, okay, which team did well, which team didn't do that well. That's why I was surprised that MCS dropped out so early, even though they made a roster change. Because they did very, very well in the regional qualifiers. But let's get that behind us. Because right now, we're in Game 3 with a 2-0 lead in this series for Athletix. And it looks like they're holding on to this first 2 minutes, which I would say is a feat of their own. They only have to find to attack themselves.
That's why I've gone into this conversation, because it's a stalemate. It's a war of attrition right now. You can see the demos coming out. It's all about who flinches first, who is going to make that mistake, who gives the opening. So far, CRR thinking that was it, but Alexit holds strong back in defense and wants to get this breakaway, get the counter attack coming on through, connects with MX, not able to get the follow through hit. Mino goes wide of target, Alexit high above, can he drop it on down? Tigre, what a save that was. And we are still searching for the opening goal as Dorito denies. Once again, Alexit going for the double touch, it's high of net, he wanted the pass to Mino to connect. Mino just not able to reach it in time, and so coming up to 2 minutes left in Game 3, 0-0 between Athletix and White Demons.
Alexit is looking so good right now. Just the general decision making he's made, like he's performing out there. The mechanical capability he's showing, and overall smarts that he's putting on the table. I think that he will be, like he has already been a kind of standout player, but I think it will only grow further.
These boys starting to forge their own path, their own names in Rocket League. White Demons already with names and perhaps pressure on them. The expected winners does give them a lot of prestige to knock down, but at the same time, they know what they can do. And right here, they know this passing play is going to work. Tigre over to Dorito, and that is clean.
Now that is a play we expect from the White Demons. Pure, like that. It's still a speedy passing play, even though it's not your regular passing play. They do work it out together, and Doritos at the end of it, which is most of the time the case. We've talked a lot about Alexit there, like how they place themselves in Europe, what they do. White Demons broke through the last regional of winter, and now are currently ranked in the spring season, what, 5th, 6th, or even 7th in Europe. So these guys have been really, really hot lately, and I don't know if this performance is them coming off a little bit cold, or it's just Athletix stepping up so far. I think it's a little bit a combination of both, but I am impressed with these two French players in the Swiss.
Yeah, to confirm that for you, White Demons currently 5th, just for the spring split, 490 points. They are on track to go to the majors phase. That's crazy.
Well, they should. Oh, what a shot there again, but it's saved. Dorito tries to get it out, gets pumped, but he still keeps close to the ball to just be annoying. With 20 seconds on the clock, Athletix have to find a goal. It's been a very less exciting game, this one, compared to the other one, because that was just goals left, right, and center. And here it's just like they're battling, but nobody can really break through. There's not a shot that can take it easily, and White Demons are probably happy to just close it out.
MX just didn't have any boost there, so couldn't finish it off. The ball will wrap around, get to the floor. White Demons take game 3, move the series to 2-1 in favor of Athletix, though. They can afford to drop that. And FaZe, like you're talking about, this might be classed as a boring game to some. This was a defensive game. This was a probing game. This sort of game which, I mean, everyone heard Danny Boy earlier on as on the first half of the broadcast. This is the sort of game which he dreams of because he loves that sort of high tension play style between two teams where it really shows what a player is made of for them to be able to keep their calm under all that pressure.
I am curious if this is Danny Boy's dream. What is his nightmare? It's just like a Goalapalooza, left, right, and center something? Because I like that more.
His nightmare is probably a normal week with Team Liquid because he loves those lads so much. But hey, they've really hit back hard recently.
I was
So
gonna say, was
big
this a
credit
jab?
to Liquid, you know.
And they're doing good in the grid right now, so I think Danny Boy's happy about that. But their regular performance before that was a lot to be desired. But now again, Alexit on the ball, my standout player in this series. Doesn't get it far, but he does get it to Miho. He flies past the ball, but again, I would say that was a good play. And it just comes down to hit the ball.
Oh, good idea for the pass as well from MX. Good save, however. Big demo coming through from MX once again. And he's got tons of boost, so he can hold this back line. If his teammates need to fall back for boost themselves, he can allow them to do exactly that. As he gets the ball, picks it on up. He's got Alexit on the mid. A little bit too far on that pass, however, and you can see Alexit just not able to reach it in time.
White Demons are looking for more aggression right now. They're putting in demos. There's a cheeky back pass here to CRR, who takes his time, gets a demo as well, and that's just an open net for Dorito. White Demons are like, okay, guys, let's get this going. Let's get this show on the road. Let's just remove them from the play. They'll probably won't expect it that much, but it's so smart as well from CR to recognize, I don't have to touch the ball. I just have to touch the player.
To confirm for everyone at home, this is a best of 5 with a bracket reset. Athletix win another game.
Oh.
They've got to go to another best of 5. But of course, White Demons on the beginnings of full reset. This is incredible as they're trying to get the reverse sweep, deny that reset. 4 minutes left in this one phase though, so still tons of time for Athletix to come back.
But how did you do you defend against that from CRR? He literally just, you're like, okay, I'll block him. Wait, he just dunked me. Oh, well, that didn't go right. It's like, how do you do that? And you see here the panic on the side. A double commit from Athletix. They're feeling a bit scared right now. They're maybe a little bit panicked, like, oh no, White Demons is here, and they've been looking for bumps there, trying to get us out of our rotation, and it's showing.
Well, they're just crumbling under the pressure, and that's the big difference maker. This is something which Athletix probably hasn't seen that much. When you've just got players in front of you and they're hounding you, not letting you even sniff your 100 canisters in the corner. And CRR has no business being there, quite frankly. Most players would go all the way back into defense, rotating third man. CRR is just so confusing, and Tigre will get the final touch. But again, that's all off the back of CRR. The pass in, of course, coming in from Dorito is fantastic, but you just never see that.
The reason why CRR did stick around is because it felt like Dorito and Tigre had a kind of free ball, but he also bumped the third man on the side of Athletix. And if there's no third man, well, you don't have to be back in time because it's going to be a 2v2 anyway. But MX has something to say about it. So guys, it's lovely that you guys scored 3 goals, but here on the pitch here as well, after good donkey just outspeeds CRR, finds the first one in this game 4 for Athletix, and they need to find more, or we'll go to that. Game 5, and might be why Demon's like, guys, this is how you do a reverse sweep.
Oh, it's a good tell. Clearly their CRR had ball cam on, had no clue MX was coming on through. The block from Dorito. MX wanting to punch it out to mid, but Tigre is there. Everyone from Athletix moving back in defense. Look at those boost numbers, however. Alexit, the only one with 100. Mino on 0. Caught up in the corner. No tank there. He's just got to throw it. He's just got to try and hope. Pick up small pads. Try and put on a false bit of pressure. But by now, White Demons, with all their experience, should know that Mino is low and can only just dodge into that ball. This is scrappy from Athletix, but they are making it work.
And the passing plays are still there. This was like, I think, 4 passes or 3 passes in a row. They couldn't find the shot, but it did look very dangerous if they could find it. Here's CR with faking a little bit. Tigre following up. He puts it to the side. I thought Dorito's going to stick around, but it's MX. He doesn't have a flip. They try to pinch. It gets to the backboard, but what if that was on target?
For these players to have so much confidence to go for a play like a pinch there is fantastic to see. They are feeling this game and they're feeling this series still. 1 minute 45 left, up on the clock, only 2 goals down. Athletix wanting to close that margin as MX goes to the double touch, wanted to lay that off for Alexit. Mino had to step on in. Alexit, you can see, just wanting to play it safe right now, wait for his teammates to get boost, and then they charge up as a squad, but 2 players pulled on out. MX now with the run, the pass out to Mino, cut out by Dorito. Tigre going to pick this one up. Alexit has to make the one save, and does, gets it to the corner, but he needs teammates to pass this on to, and they are just not there for him.
A good minute left on the clock with a 3-1 lead for White Demons. MX has no boost, but he gets it past one. Loses it to Mino, passes out to the mid, but Alexa did not see it coming. This could be a breakaway. MX is in time to put it to the side, but even though Athletix didn't score there, White Demons are still happy. They're 3-1 up. It's now 50 seconds. They only have to hold on to get to that game 5.
Whilst it may look like Athletix have had more attacks, they do not have the options available to them. Their resources are limited. You can look at the boost and see exactly that. They are predictable in their attacks, and White Demons are quite happily just to keep them at bay. If they keep running into them, White Demons can easily swap them away. Athletix, with only 20 seconds left to go, have got to make a miracle happen if they want to cut it out now before going into game 5. See, Ross so close to really just shutting it out. 10 seconds left to go. Mino wanted to pop that on over, but no, that is it. It's cut out. That is game 4 done and dusted. I don't care who you are. We're going to game 5 once again, Face.
Game 5. Last time it was Athletix trying to reverse sweep White Demons and barely coming short. Now it's White Demons trying to reverse sweep Athletix, and well, I don't think they're gonna come short. They've shown dominance in this last game. They've shown aggression and creativity, and they are not scared to take any risks. Athletix are the strongest when they find each other in offense, when they find those passing plays, and they do find them, but the finishes, the follow-ups, the right approach hasn't been there in this last game. And if they can't find it the next game, I think we're gonna see White Demons completing that reverse sweep.
Unfortunately, Face, I don't care what you think about. What I care right now is what Twitch chat thinks. Guys in chat, spam it. Who you spawn? Who do you think is going to come out on top? Before we got into this series, it was something like 60% in favor to Athletix Esport. Twitch chat truly believing in the underdogs. But right now, I want to see the hype between Athletix and White Demons. Throw some emotes if you got them, because it is game 5, 15 seconds already underway. CRR over towards Dorito. Dorito with the flip, but he's not going to be able to beat Alexit right there. MX does well to stall for time. However, White Demons putting the pressure on Alexit with a fantastic save, but no one is home, and Dorito comes a knocking.
Tigre is just waiting in the midfield after rotating out early, and there's a double commit on the side of Athletix, and then his Doritos like, okay, give it to me, I'll put it in, it's fine, it's an open net, I can do that. And with that 1-0 lead that quickly, that must be a stab at Athletix. They have to get themselves together. They have to find those connections. They have to stop doubting themselves in defense and double committing, because that's what eventually is going to make the difference.
Indeed, ball down into the Athletix half with MX quickly trying to send it away, but he's got no control over the situation. Luckily for him, White Demons are just looking for very simple clears right now. They're not really going for much. They're waiting for the defense to get thinned for Athletix until there's only one player back, and then they can really just swarm. Ball punched out. Alexit is really deep there. Like, he is lingering, waiting for an opportunity. He does make it back, of course, in time, but these rotations, very, very odd from Athletix.
They sure are, but that play from MX was beautiful. He got it almost past everybody and found the pass out, but Dorito, can you do one better? He does get it to CRR. Here, backing into CRR. Dorito's sticking around. What a shot and what a save by Alexi. It's not over yet. Immediately back on target by Tigray. And even though White Demons are a little bit bunched up right there, they still look kind of comfortable.
Do indeed. MX alongside Mino and Lexic now trying to force an issue with all this pressure. But Tigray bounces out towards mid. MX coming on through CRR down into the corner. Mino takes his time. He's trying to get that pass, but cannot finish off. Lexic was waiting in mid with 0 boost. Such a risk. His opponents, of course, don't know the amount that he's on, and he's just trying to pressure them. Lexic up high, wanting to slow us down with the drop for MX, but he can't get there in time. And Mino left on his lonesome CRR with 100 boost, wanting to set on up for Dorito, but Dorito just cannot receive it. Tigray now to put on a bit of pressure, and White Demons are just going to turn the screws.
They sure are trying to. I do want to say that Athletix looks better this game than they did in the last game. They're overcommitting maybe a little bit in offense when they do get the opportunity and could get countered upon, but White Demons haven't successfully pulled one off of there yet. They just have to find the net on the side of Athletix, but they're not getting past the third man right now. They're getting beat to every single ball.
Only 2 minutes left in this game. Athletix have had better possession on the field, you could say, but unfortunately they have not been convincing, and White Demons have found the opportunity. CRR here one-on-one against Alexit. It's nothing fancy, it is just a simple up and over.
It was a clean beat. The recovery from CRR looked like he didn't have that much boost left and he couldn't maybe get it. So Alex was like, okay, he's probably like 10, 20 boost. I can beat him. And then he just pops out 40, 50 boost out of the back and he's like, no, you cannot beat me. I am Spanish Bim Bam.
Well, I love like lands, like I said, like a dream hack Valencia. It's just simple stuff like, you know, when I say Bim, you say Bam, and just the amount of energy you get from not only Spanish players but Spanish fans as well. There's a deep passion for esports over there, but I'm sure Athletix fans must have a deep passion as well, because the boys need your energy. 120 left on the clock, 40 seconds, a goal right now to tie things up for Athletix. Mino beaten by Dorito, the follow through from Tigray, but MX on the line gets the save. CRR picking this up, bringing it into a solo play. Big demo as well. Mino only gets a slight touch. Tigray will force it into the corner. MX wanted to run it, but he's got no boost. He can't keep close to that ball. And Dorito and co are now just forcing an issue. Alexit finally gets it away, does get it to MX, but he needs to find the pass. CRR brings it in close and can just body block it. White Demons playing this game 5 perfectly.
White Demons are just choking them out right now. They are not allowing them to get out of defense, and when they do, they make it in a way that they cannot set up anything. There's continuous pressure, consistently someone at the ball, consistently hitting it away from the Athletix boys, and with only 20 seconds on the clock and here, a good opportunity. Well, CR puts it in, and with a 3-0 lead, White Demons will, well, it could still happen, but it looks like they will successfully complete the reverse sweep that Athletix couldn't complete in the upper bracket.
They could definitely bring it back, but Face, I'm expecting to look at Twitch chat in a second and just see many, many Fs there, buddy, because full respects to Athletix. What a day they have had, and by all means breaking every expectation, but this is White Demons. They have made a different stuff, and they have already made a name for themselves, and it goes to show. 0 seconds on the clock. As soon as this ball touches the ground, it is done and dusted. Perhaps one for the road in front of net. Not going to happen, even with the attempt at the own goal. White Demons take the reverse sweep, which is absolutely nuts. Here, Face, you're right. It is always looking in a mirror, because Athletix nearly pulled off the reverse sweep last time round. However, White Demons will do it this time round. We finish without the bracket reset, but in game 5, and it has been an incredible day of Rocket League, hasn't it?
It has been. If you look at the whole bracket, just to like give more credit to Athletics, when I saw all the teams that were signed up, I'm like, oh, we have White Demons. They're gonna be first. We have a gap, and someone's gonna be second. Who that someone will be, we'll find out. Oh, Pesk is a contender. Game Fist is a contender. AW3 are a contender. I didn't even think about Athletics, but today it didn't feel like it's White Demons, Gap, the rest. No, it felt like White Demons, Athletics, and then a few other teams. And that's a feat of their own. Just to climb in this tournament and fill that gap that I thought was not going to be filled by any team because White Demons would be so much stronger, but apparently they weren't.
Apparently they weren't, and that is unfortunate. But it's also great for us because, I mean, we always talk about the depth of EU, and we've seen teams like White Demons, like your boys Wild, really, really flourish from the field. So a massive shout out for Sonics for supporting that. It is sad that it comes to an end, but I hear there's many things in the works because, like you said, in a month's time, it is going to be off season, and that just brings lots of chaos. So, guys, make sure to drop a follow down below. Just like make sure to follow the channel as well as heading on over to the Rival Esports Twitter account to keep updated for what we're doing here. And with that, we gotta say our thank yous. A big thank you, of course, to Psyonix for supporting the field. Of course, a big thank you to Rival Esports for bringing it to us and being able to put on this broadcast. A big thank you to Face, of course, for joining me here in the commentary booth. Big thank you to Pass, of course, for being our broadcaster of the day. And a big thank you to Twitch chat for tuning on in. Guys, we're going to have the NA finals in a couple of hours, so make sure to tune in to that if you can as well. And until next time, stay safe. We'll see you soon.